Wow, this season has been absolutely insane. We've had close finishes, we've had bizarre marks, bizarre goals, you name it, this season's had it. There's been so many changes to the ladder. It's been such an unpredictable year for our footy world. Round 22 just got even more interesting and even more unpredictable with the ending of the season. On Friday night, the Swans just beating the Pies 89-86. The Swans kicked the last 5 goals of the game to come back and win. It was a great comeback by the Swans. They didn't give up, and it was a really good fight in that fourth quarter. Some people are not happy with the umpiring, in particular the 50-metre penalty, which wasn't paid. I just think, don't blame the umpires in that situation if you are a Collingwood fan. Yes, it should have probably been a 50-metre penalty, but, you blew a 5-goal lead or so. I'd blame the team who couldn't wrap this game up, who couldn't close out this game when they were in control. They had so many opportunities to shut the door in this game and to win it. And they just, stopped in that fourth quarter and let the Swans take over. Not good enough by those Pies. It's going to be extremely tough, to see them scraping through. I can't see it happening at the time being. Saturday, the Lions losing to the Giants. I did not expect that, 64-82, especially at the Gabba. The Giants, a huge effort, a brilliant win on the road for them, an important win late in their season. They kicked their last 4 goals, I should say, came from 2 of their youngsters. Cadman had 2, and Darcy Jones had 2 goals as well. Those last 4 goals, that is the new face of the Giants, those 2 boys. That youth is going to be just brilliant to see in the future for this club. What a win by the Giants, and to see their youngsters step up, that was really impressive. The Roos lost to the Eagles 97-102. When Paul Curtis kicked back-to-back goals in that fourth quarter, I thought, that's what the Roos need, a leader. Someone to, really keep that momentum up and gain a bit of control in the last quarter. And I thought, hopefully that can spark, the rest of the team to really close this game out strongly. But they didn't. They allowed the Eagles to kick the last 4 goals of the game. They allowed the Eagles to have a hero in Oscar Allen score a goal in the dying stages of the match. The Roos have got to be more convincing, and it wasn't only in this game, but even when they beat the Richmond Tigers the other week, they needed to be more convincing, and they haven't been. And it's concerning as a Roos fan to see this, because the talent's there, and I know these boys are better than that. But it just wasn't shown, up in Tassie against the Eagles on Saturday afternoon. Have to be way better than that. The Eagles, on the other hand, a good comeback from them. Freo lost to the Cats. The Cats started off so well. Then it got extremely close, but they were good enough to hold on. And Jeremy Cameron, in his 250th, can, celebrate on a high with that result. He had some great moments, and so did the Cats as a team. It was great to see them get the job done on the road. Fremantle now in 6th spot, and they could drop further. Unfortunately, I see Fremantle dropping out of the 8. And somehow Carlton scraping their way through. That's how I see it panning out. It's going to be a tight finish to the season. That's where I'll leave that. The Bombers just lost to the Suns 86-87. The curse is over for the Gold Coast Suns. Big Mac Andrew, the Big Mac, and you can have a side of fries with that if you like. Any size meal you want out there at Marvel Stadium, because the Big Mac after the siren was brilliant. And it wasn't only his composure after the siren to kick the goal and be the hero, but his read on the football, to present himself to the footy and to have the confidence, to take charge in that moment and step up and be that hero. It was brilliant to see. And his athleticism is incredible. A great win by the Suns on the road. Obviously, Dimmer probably would have liked it to be a bit more convincing, but a win's a win. And thank God that curse is over, because it just went on forever. The Bombers, on the other hand, in 10th spot, they lose in another close one. It just hasn't been, a consistent season for them, and it's a really disappointing ending to the year for them. The Demons just lost to Port Adelaide 51-53. The D's have lost their last 4 games. They gave Port Adelaide a big scare in this game, but Port just too good to scrape over the line and hold on. On Sunday, the Blues lost to the Hawks. They got absolutely smashed, the Blues. 6 Blues were injured in this game. Out of this game, they've got Curnow injured, Mackay injured, Sard, Fogarty, Martin, Boyd. Gee, they're feeling the Blues down at Carlton, that's for sure. With all these injuries piling up at, the worst time of the season to get injuries. The Hawks are in the 8. Would you believe it? Wow, this team. Now, if you remember, about 6 months ago, in about February or so, I said that the Hawks would finish 7th. And look what's happening. Those youngsters, they're leading this pack. That new culture that Hawthorn have got, they just never go down without a fight. And what a win it was against the Blues on Sunday. And I know the Blues had their injury, but my word, the Hawks played some really good football. And they're looking good come final time, so hopefully they hang in there. The Tigers lost to the Saints, a nice win by the Saints there. And the Crows decide to beat the Dogs at Adelaide Oval. A good win by the Crows. They put a massive twist in that top 8, and they put a speed bump in the Dogs' winning form. Let's head into Isaac's GMP of the round, my goal marking player of round 23. And let's start off with my goal. It goes to a high-flying Hawk in Josh Weddle. The clean gather, the brilliance in his composure on the run. Around 50 metres out, good kick, made it look so easy, loved it, celebrated with the crowd. What a season not only he's having, but the Hawthorn Football Club are having. And when you see talent like that, and when you see goals like that, you just have to smile, you just have to love our great game of football, and you just have to think these youngsters are on the rise, and they're going to be, in an era like no other in the future, and enjoy it, footy fans, because it's going to be brilliant to see. My mark of the round goes to a high-flying eagle, and it goes to Harley Reid. Look, I was going to give Mac Andrew my mark of the round, but I thought Harley's just had a bit more wow factor. Look, got right up on Aiden Corr's shoulders. Just to use him as a step ladder. It's a classic footy mark, and he just did it so well. So a great grab there by Harley Reid in what some were calling the Harley Reid Cup. Look, a good grab there, and it was good to see the belief that West Coast had to come back against the Roos. My player of the round, how could you go past him? What he did on Friday night was not only brilliance in his leadership, but brilliance in what an all-class football player this bloke is. Isaac Heaney, 1 goal, 32 disposals, 6 marks, 2 of those 6 contested, 3 tackles, 7 clearances, 9 inside 50s, 480 metres gained, 8 score involvements. It doesn't get any better than that. He copped hit after hit out there. And he pulled up sore, but he fought to the end, and he carried this team over the line. It was a brilliant comeback by those Sydney Swans. That Bloods culture, you love to see it when leaders like that step up. Round 23, well, get the popcorn ready. We've got ourselves a tight finish to this footy season. We've had it for the last few weeks. Don't you just love it when footy's close and when footy is at its best? Bombers, Swans, Marvel Stadium. I think the Swans win this on the road by a very nice margin of 40 points. As always, you got to love footy.
If you like that recap, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts on the previous round, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for more of my content, make sure to follow my Facebook page and also my Instagram page. Plenty of more sports updates on there.